Hey, it's your old pal Slim, and this is 70mm podcast for movie lovers just like you. Disclaimer at the top of the show, we're not experts, but we do love watching movies. With me each and every episode is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and influencer, Alexis.
That sounds completely crazy to me, man.
Every movie that we cover is connected to a theme for that month, and this time it's Proto-Pendants, where one host pulls the strings in the name of freedom to pick the movies for the entire month. And you can use the chapters in your podcast app to skip to our main discussion from Brian De Palma, Scarface. As this episode is released Monday, Danny, you're almost on a plane. You're getting into a jet to head to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So, what do you got cooked up? I saw you doing sketches, like covers, like blank
just
covers.
Just drawing all these sketches
Get into it.
On blank covers. They released these comics with a no cover on them for artists to draw on, which is pretty fantastic. And I've drawn a few. Just to be prepared for the onslaught that is San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh my God.
If I could draw sticks of deodorant and then be used, I would do that, but it won't help.
Stepping on my jokes. I had a BO
I know
comment coming right up.
I know you're cute. You're teeing up for
I
one.
looked at the weather for next week. It's going to be like 77 all week, though.
I know, no
Pretty
Canadian
nice.
weather storm.
No, Canada can't hurt San
Not
Diego.
yet.
They can't hurt us.
Not
Too far
yet.
south.
Trudeau's weather machines can't touch San Diego and the beachfront properties over there.
Yeah, just queuing, just getting geared up. I need to get prepared for San Diego. It's a different beast.
Yeah.
No other con is like this.
No, never. Not even Javits.
Never. Not even the Javits can.
Javits is the only difference I think with Javits for New York City is if someone pulls a fire, if God forbid something happens when you're walking through Javits,
Yeah.
and you need to evacuate,
you just lay down and die.
send it as whatever text you need to send to your significant other, and then sign off because you're not getting out of there.
A 747 could be in a free fall, and you'd be safer in that than the Javits if the fire alarms are pulled.
There needs to be an investigation into the Javits Center with building codes and the amount of people
It's a
are
death
allowed
trap.
into that building.
They let more people in there than they do San Diego Comic-Con.
It's sick. The footprint doesn't make any sense for that.
Makes no sense.
Just a reminder, we announced our meetup for 2026, the big screening event in Philadelphia. We're going back to the Film Society Center September 12th, and we're going to be co-presenting a screening of Back to the Future Part 2 in 35mm. And you can get tickets now. We have links on 70mmpod.com, all the information so that you can join us. Proto is playing. He's planning a lot for this event. You know, we talked briefly in the mini episode of the kind of cosplay, some people would say, the costuming Proto that you have planned. But you don't have anything to announce right now, is what I'm guessing.
No. But I mean, the spreadsheet is filling up. You know, it's like 50, 60 rows at this point. So we're busy. We're cooking. We're cooking. We got lots of plans.
I put the call out for people to, if you know someone with a DeLorean, presumably like an actual DeLorean, not a cardboard or what have you, DeLorean. I'm getting DMs.
Okay.
You know, it's not leading us closer to a deal of some kind, but I'm getting DMs.
Okay.
Actually, we should maybe just get into. I called Proto an influencer at the start of the show. We talk about it all the time. Proto's getting early access to screenings.
Yeah.
You were among the first in the country to see The Odyssey.
One of the first to take a dump on it.
Ayo. Come on now, man.
Where'd you see this at? Was this the King of Prussia, John?
Yeah.
This was the big one. King of Prussia, 70 mm IMAX screening
You
of
saw a 70
the
millimeter
Odyssey.
screening?
I did.
Oh, shit.
This is the big one.
Yeah.
Packed house.
Yeah.
I was running late, traffic.
God.
Oh.
It's a long drive for me.
Please.
Oh, there it is.
Usually, historically 45-minute drive. It was like 54 minutes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sweating it. There's one seat available up in the top row. So
Really, the back row had a seat?
yeah,
That's ideal
Yeah, there
seating
was
position in
one.
that theater, I feel like.
Yeah, it is actually. That's the first time I think I sat in the back row in that theater, and it is nice. It is nice, a nice viewing angle. So it ended up working out, and I got to see it. The new Nolan picture, and tonight, right now, as we're recording, the reviews are going to be coming in
Yeah,
hot.
that's
Yeah,
true.
they're
Feels like
steaming.
everyone's there.
They're
Yeah.
nuclear
Are they?
5 bangs.
Nuclear five
Nuclear
bangs.
5 bangs.
Yeah, there's members of our community who have been I think they've been fasting the past 3 days.
Okay.
They've been watching every Nolan movie multiple times, lighting incense. They're all ready for it. And I've been reading some of the reviews, and it's interesting that I feel like the divide. They're the things to like and talk about, or to not like. It seems like very divisive. Like mostly like strong opinions, but then it kind of people break it down in terms of the acting, the overall story, the score, the production design, and I'm hearing like varying opinions on that in ways that is interesting. So maybe I'll just kind of give you an overview of some of those things. I think the score is amazing.
Hello?
Okay.
I love the score. It was not what I was expecting. There were I feel like there were some instruments being used that I couldn't name or pronounce.
The oboe. Could you hear the oboe?
Oh, this is a Ludwig score. Okay.
I think I did hear some
Our boy
oboe.
Ludwig.
He pulled out the oboe for the Odyssey.
Okay.
But yeah, there were, even dare I say, like electronic sounds coming in some scenes with this.
Okay.
Really cool. And I thought it fit, and it made it feel like it felt like risky, but in ways that I think it really worked. So that was definitely a highlight for
Did they
me.
have electricity during the
Unconfirmed.
Trojan?
I think at that time they did have it, but then
okay.
as human civilization, we lost it
Okay.
until we rediscovered it again later. I thought like the big set pieces in the movie are really great. If people have seen the trailer or know anything, there's a Cyclops. I think I can say that without being a spoiler.
Yeah.
That was great. Then the other adventures that they go on, the set pieces are they're really, really cool. Like the adventure part of this movie, I think is like the best part. In terms of the acting, I would say I was kind of mid. I'm kind of mid on all the acting.
How's Tom?
On all of
Let's
it.
just hear about Tom. How's Tom Holland? This is his coming out.
When
party.
he said daddy.
Right. That's the weird thing about this movie is that the dialogue, it feels very modern.
Mm-hmm.
Modern as in like this decade that we're living in right now,
Right.
which feels weird and not what you would normally get. Like maybe they would do something to make like formalize dialogue in some way. It feels very casual. It feels as if it feels like a script that was written for this century or this decade, which it makes it feel kind of strange. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. Tom, I'm not like a huge Tom fan, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think of him as like Spider-Man, and he's like, I'm not a huge fan of him as Spider-Man. I guess he's okay,
Wrong.
but I didn't really love his performance. I think John Leguizamo is up there.
He's in this?
I didn't even know he was in it. Is that a casting
Oh, yeah,
spoiler?
baby.
Oh,
No, it's not at all.
What about
He was
He's
on the
not
red
in a
carpet.
trailer.
what about our main boy, John Bernthal? How was John Bernthal?
How's Bernthal?
Bernthal, he's actually good.
Okay.
I think he's
never
real
doubted.
one.
We
He's a
never doubted.
real one.
Yeah. Like actually like of the performances of like, I mean, there's like 15 different actors, named actors, superstars in this. He gives one of the better performances.
Yeah.
I think in this. But then for me, like I got nothing from Matt Damon, unfortunately.
But his body in this movie, right?
I don't know.
Nothing.
I mean,
Not
I
even
guess.
his body.
Well, I mean, it's not like a body that blew me away. I mean, he's a millionaire working on like a multi-$100 million movie. Of course, his body's going to be decent, above decent. Grade A body, of course.
Grade
But
A
it's not
meat.
it's not S tier body. Like I'm not gonna put his S tier body right now.
My other important question is, what kind of snacks did you have during, or what did you have before
late.
the movie?
He was late.
Since you were late.
I raw dogged it.
Oh,
Raw dogged it. I love a good raw dog for a movie. You know
it keeps
me.
you focused.
I'm dialed in.
Did you get a cinema score sheet again or no?
No cinema score sheet
I
this
wonder
time.
why we got them last time.
Yeah, I don't know if they're A/B testing us right now or like lab rats. Not sure what's going
Grelephant
on.
Matt in chat, Zendaya. Can you give a thumbs up or down for Zendaya?
Oh no.
I feel like Zendaya, her being in this movie, it suffers the most from like oversaturation.
Oh.
Like to me, it's like, oh, we got Zendaya in this. I kind of felt that way about Robert Pattinson too. It's like, okay, Robert Pattinson in this movie. Like I would almost prefer if there was just like no name or just like people I haven't seen before. I think
Nolan
those
has his
complaints are
crew.
valid. Yeah, I mean, even you guys, this
Halfway.
might be another casting spoiler, but Mia Goth is in this movie also,
Who?
and it's
What?
like Mia Goth's in this too.
What was her
It's like
voice?
everybody's
What was
here.
her voice like? Did she do her normal voice or a fake voice?
Is that a trick question?
She's got an accent. She does.
I don't know what her normal voice is. I'm lost in the sauce with Mia Goth.
You just
don't even
named
know.
like 30 cast members that are in this movie that I had no idea were even in it at this point.
Right. Are you guys going to see it? That's
I'm
what I
seeing
want
it
to know.
tomorrow morning. I got
I'm
tickets
good.
in Dolby Vision. Got to support my friends at Dolby. Support local. Support Dolby.
I don't know when I'll see it. Honest to God.
God.
I mean, I gave it 3 stars, but it's a good movie. Like I had a great time watching it. I just didn't I wasn't like blown away. And I think going into a movie like this, I want it to feel epic and be like blown away by it. And it never really got there for me, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm just
But I
going to
had a
wait
good-
until everyone wears themselves out, tripping over themselves for letterbox reviews and clicks,
The
You got to
Daily
cut
Special.
through the fog.
and I'll see the movie eventually.
Cut through the fog. Okay. Just a reminder, folks, if you see the Odyssey, tag your review 70mm pod because we're giving away a free watch this month. Our Scarface and all of Proto Pendants is brought to you by our friends at Canopy Watch Company. We're giving a free Field One automatic watch. All you have to do is tag your reviews in Letterboxd 70mm pod, if I can say it correctly. And you get a free travel pouch with it too.
It's pretty sexy.
It's pretty nice. I've never had a travel pouch before. But you can also buy their watches on their website. You can use code 70mm at checkout to get $70 off. Support local. We'll have a link in the episode notes as well. So tag your reviews. You also both saw The Invite. Like, what is going on? Is there some kind of like new movie collusion happening over there? Were you both doing date nights? Danny,
We did.
You tell me first what
Date
happened.
nighted. Casey and I went out to the AMC at Disney Springs, and we watched The Invite, little date night sesh, seeing a movie together, and I was enamored with this film. I loved every second of it. It's electric. Seth Rogen is so funny, but like it's one of those, it's like funny when you're not trying to be. Like it's the situations he's in is hilarious. Conversations with his wife Olivia Wilde are, maybe it's like funny because I feel like some of it I've had these conversations or whatnot, but the introduction of, them and what they are dealing with their neighbors and the whole dinner party, how it ensues is, I don't know. It was so much fun to watch. And there was never like moments in this film where I had any clue where this story was going to go. I mean, it goes places that I was expecting because of the trailer, and then it goes past those places, and I had no idea how this film could even end.
Yeah.
But truthfully, I feel like Olivia Wilde should get some praise for her direction in this film because it's impressive. There are so many scenes that it's just like it's them, the four of them in an apartment the entire time. And when things get split up, it still feels a bit claustrophobic in the space, but how she films it with like mirrors and reactions and how it's split up. I thought it was impressive, an impressive piece of cinema. And I gave it 5 stars. I had such a fun time. I haven't laughed this hard in a theater in a long time.
Same cinematographer as The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Okay. Okay. It takes place in San Francisco.
Oh.
So
His wheelhouse.
Tenderloin.
he's home. Yeah, I had a great time. Penelope's great. Ed Norton's great. I mean, just the four of them, I feel like it felt like you were sitting in like an acting class with 4 masters on stage.
This was written by Rashida Jones, co-written.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It's just fun. It's a fun time at the movies, honestly.
Yeah, I was reading a bit about it. Apparently, the original movie that it's based on came out, I think, in 2020, and there's been like 5 versions of it so far. So
Really?
this is like the Hollywood American version.
Oh.
I think the original is called The People Upstairs. But I agree, Danny. I think like the way the apartment is the set and how each room kind of has a life of its own, and it's shot from different angles, and it's made to feel like big at times and then like intimate at other times. And I remember thinking like going into this, like, all right, I know this is a movie based in this apartment and it's like almost 2 hours long. It's like, how's this gonna, hold up over a runtime? But it's like so well paced. And it's really funny. I was laughing a ton. And yeah, Seth Rogen completely redeemed in this moment.
Well, hold on. He didn't need redemption. He's doing the studio. He's already been pre-redeemed. Pre-redeemed.
No, I'm redeeming him now.
We're reclaiming the redemption.
No, you cannot. You cannot reclaim a redemption.
You can't quit to stamp a double stamp.
So, Proto, did you finish Studio? I can't remember what your thoughts on the Studio were. You were mid on Studio?
I think, I was like enjoying it, but it just didn't really hold my attention. I think I watched 3 or 4 episodes and it was like good, but I just fell off. I was watching it by myself. I've meant to go back, but it's
okay.
What's the point?
It's fine.
Yeah. But actually, I like Seth in that. Like, that's not fair. When I think of Seth Rogen, it's that I think of comedies from 15 years.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah. Oh, I got you knocked up and I just, smoke weed all day. Which this kind of
he does have his weed smoking.
Yeah.
It's different though.
Yeah, it feels there's something different about it that really works.
It's because the cinematographer from Last Black Man San Francisco shot Seth smoking
it
weed.
felt that much better.
Yeah, okay. It felt better.
We'll talk more about the other stuff that you guys may have watched and maybe in the uncut, since the Odyssey conversation went a little long. Not too long, just took up a big portion of the show. Alexander joined our Patreon this month. Got access to longer uncut episodes, our brief video experiment. We have video episodes the last 2 weeks. If you want to see us live discuss Gone with the Wind and Panic Room. And also Gambling is Legal in our Discord. You get access to our Discord. People place bets using fake money on The Line. What's The Line? Proto for Scarface.
The line for Scarface, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 12.75. Yes, it is.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're talking about someone's expecting a 5 bang out of this.
Could be.
Really?
It could be Danny.
Me?
Could be.
Mike?
Mank. Grelifin in chat. Seth Rogen has a golden ticket for eternity from This Is the End, as far as I'm concerned.
Never seen it.
Okay.
We might need to watch that. Maybe during the 70mm summit, we'll watch This Is the End.
Seth Timber.
That guy is it, Mike.
Is there anything else I want to say? I think that's it. I watched a lot more Baywatch. We'll get into it in the post show.
Okay.
Folks, the second season also shot in 35 millimeter. I can't believe it. Gorgeous
Rocking your
restoration
world.
on Amazon. Episode 320, Scarface, 1983. This is Danny's choice, I do believe, for Proto Pendants. Just a reminder, too, next month, August, we believe we've settled on the theme, but based on...
Are you about to announce it?
No. Should I? We've
this
never
happening?
done this before, but
Is this happening right now?
August is going to be, listen, the amount of planning we did for this month, it's incredible. I'm happy to announce that next month will be Newgist. We're only covering movies released in 2026, the entire month. But
New movies.
more important than all that for Newgist, we're moving the main course discussion. So let's say the first week, we'll use Scarface as an example. If Scarface was chosen for Newgist, we would do the Scarface discussion right at the top of the show.
We'd be 30 minutes into the discussion already.
We would be wrapping up, Meng. And then after Scarface, then we get into what we covered that month.
Yeah.
Proto decided it's time to innovate, and we will. So that's next month. Get ready.
It was brought to our attention that anytime we innovate a new format of the show, we have to cover Rogue One. What are your thoughts on that? What are the bylaws?
That's a great question. We might have to consult our legal team. Does
We'll
that
consult
fit
the
into?
council.
Does that technically fit into Newgist though?
I don't know where that came from. That sounds like alternative facts to me. I'm not sure.
The scary thing, it probably has all of our voices saying.
Can someone
something.
find us the specific clip and audio file so that we can?
I do
verify?
not recall
By the
that
end of this
ever
episode.
happening.
Yeah, and then even then, if we get an audio file, who knows if it's been
It's
doctored or not?
true. It's true.
You know?
I've heard my voice in
Right.
AI. It's scary.
It is very frightening. Actually, I don't even know if Riverside even offers that anymore. They might
I
have
hope
just
not.
done away with it. Anywho, Proto, what is Scarface all about?
In 1980, Cuban refugee Tony Montana lands in Miami. With nothing but the shirt on his back and a ruthless desire for success, Tony climbs out of poverty and into fabulous wealth by any means necessary, including, but not limited to, drug trafficking, money laundering, extortion, bribery, assault, murder, and wearing high heels. He makes a mountain out of nothing, but can his endless lust for conquest become his undoing? Scarface.
Also wrote down his shoes at one point. I was like, are they heels? Are they boots? I don't understand. And
We'll get into it.
I think he wore them in Carlito's way too. I think they're
Oh,
the
really?
same
Lifts?
boots. I don't know if they're lifts.
Make them taller?
I don't know. I think there's a style. I just didn't remember to Google it. But there's like a style in the 80s. I think it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a dress shoe, but with like 3-inch lifts in the back.
The only reason I noticed it is because during the shootout in the nightclub, when he's running out, I think I like paused it and it was like him with his like in a stride and I could clearly see the heel.
Okay.
It has to be at least 2 inches.
Mm-hmm. And I think,
A
he
2-inch
he
heel.
is short, so maybe he wore them normally. Can anyone in chat Google men's fashion in the 80s and find out what the name of that shoe is?
Was anyone alive in the 80s in our chat?
No, they were not, I assure you. Wow. Brian De Palma, the king. Is he the king? I mean, Proto's come around, I think, to De Palma over the years. But
Mhm.
I don't remember the first time I saw this movie. It had to have been a DVD, maybe like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Well, actually, yeah, would have been early 2000s. And I just don't remember anything after the chainsaw scene. I think I remember the chainsaw scene.
You blacked out.
Maybe I passed
Too
out
much.
out of fear as a youth. But I don't remember anything after that. And it's probably due to the runtime. I had to, like, if I'm 16 or 17 watching Scarface and it's 3 hours, like, I don't know if it's catching my attention at that age, despite the violence and drugs. And I haven't rewatched it since. So, Danny, what's your backstory?
No, I have no backstory with Scarface. I haven't seen it until probably a couple years ago, and I thought I had logged it on Letterboxd, but no log from myself. It always felt like, I think we joked like having some sort of month where it was like dorm room poster month, where it was just all these movies based on, you know, a poster you'd see in a college dorm room, and Scarface is like the epitome of what feels like, you know, a Hot Topic poster. Or, you know, Spencer's Gifts is like got like Hot Topic thongs you could buy, or, you know, Scarface thongs. So yeah, Scarface just felt like I'll get to it one day. Do I really care? So yeah, so this is really like the first time I've watched it. I feel like
I just Googled Al Pacino shoes Scarface, and it served up a thread from 2025 with no likes or anything. But it's a guy posting a screenshot of his shoes while he's like laying next to the pool. Look at those things. That's more than that's like two, that's I think that's 3 inches. Those are big.
Wow.
3 inches is big.
Yeah. It's enough. It's more than enough.
That's all you need.
Got the job done for him.
Proto, what about you?
I think I might have bought this in my teens, because I feel like Scarface, like Danny's saying, is like you knew it from the poster. It's like someone had it up on a wall. But then also I feel like as a teenage boy, like a rite of passage was like you had to watch Pulp Fiction, Fight Club, and Scarface to like come into manhood or something, maybe. Right. And like Godfather, I guess, too, maybe.
Cinema bat mitzvah.
So I think I might have bought it at one point and been like, all right, I'm going to sit down and watch Scarface. And all I can really remember is like being bored. And like you, Slim, I think when I thought of Scarface, it was like, I guess like the end and the chainsaw scene is what like comes to mind. But I remember like struggling through this movie and being like, what are people talking about? Like, I'm supposed to love this movie, and like barely being able to finish it. So that was and I've never gone back to watch it. So
God.
Yeah, I think when you compare it to something like Goodfellas or maybe even Casino, like probably when I would have watched that when I was younger, like that's catching my attention because it's so stylized. Like you can watch that movie and there's just like something extra in those when you're younger, whereas Scarface just has something different, where it's not like the stylized Scorsese. It's not even really like stylized De Palma yet. Like I don't feel like he doesn't have that quite yet, or doesn't really show it off a ton in this one. But when you're younger, you know, that doesn't quite pull in. So some backstory: De Palma did Dress to Kill and Blowout right before this, and then did Body Double, which we've covered, and then Untouchables afterward.
I forgot. I keep forgetting he does Untouchables.
Yeah. I think when I was younger, the only thing I knew about Untouchables is when Naked Gun parodied the step scene.
Of course.
And like the baby the carriage is like falling down and jumps out. Amazing. And then Pacino had done Godfathers 1 and 2, Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, and Cruising.
Jeez.
And then he had done some comedy called Author, which I'd never even heard of. But then after this, he did that like Revolution war movie. Remember we see posters
what was that
for
called?
that? And we were just start laughing. Revolution. It's called Revolution. And then apparently that and maybe one other movie did so poorly that he just like quit and did stage shows for several years. So interesting to see like where their career trajectory was. And I feel like modern Pacino probably starts soon after this, like when he comes back, like, you know, yelling loudly and becoming kind of like almost caricature-ish, like because Heat comes out after that.
I didn't realize how far away Carlito's Way is from that.
It's like 10 years, I think, after this.
Yeah.
Which I kept thinking about while watching this movie. How crazy is that the two of them did those like bookend movies?
Not gonna lie. In my notes, one of my point, I was waiting for Sean Penn to walk in this film. I swore his lawyer was going to be Sean Penn in this film. I kept thinking, where's Sean Penn?
Kleinfeld, you killed us. Kleinfeld. Oliver Stone had a coke addiction when he was writing this movie, and then left for Paris to write it, to go cold turkey.
Oh my God.
What a life. I feel like I need to watch an Oliver Stone documentary, just because I feel like he's had one of the craziest lives ever. And then the last thing I wrote is that this was allegedly kind of a disaster when it came out. I feel like critics, didn't love it. And then, when we were growing up is when it was reclaimed. Drink, we said reclaimed.
We took it back.
It was reclaimed essentially by like rap and hip hop artists. Like it became a cultural phenomenon by that community. And, he became like an icon, Tony Montana. So Danny, I think this was your pick. What was the theme for this week?
80s baby.
80s baby.
Yeah.
Danny, what's the top of your list?
At the top of my list is Pacino in this film. And I think for me, like watching this is my second time watching it. He's definitely the best part of it. And watching him, I know there's not a ton of character development for his character, but I enjoy just watching him be Tony Montana in this film. Just his ridiculous excuse for a Cuban accent. And the things he would say and do, his mannerisms, coming up as not a crime boss yet and doing the jobs and, then becoming the crime lord. There's something about watching him in this film that's so entertaining to the point where I forget how boring this movie is just because he's on screen, like making me laugh, like just enjoying the caricature of a person that he's playing in this film. But yeah, I have a great time just watching Pacino in this film.
I couldn't believe his accent. Like when I'm first watching this movie and growing up, watching wrestling.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Razor Ramon, and then like offhandedly you would hear people say like, yeah, it's just a Scarface ripoff. Watching it now, it's insane how Razor Ramon is just doing Tony Montana from Scarface. Like it's so nuts. True. He even says some of his lines. Like at the end, he's like, "Say goodnight to the bad guy." Like that's half of Razor Ramon's persona is the bad guy.
But I feel like Razor Ramon's Tony voice is better than Tony doing the voice.
Yeah, maybe he should have done Razor Ramon's version. But it's crazy. Like Al Pacino as Tony Montana, Cuban immigrant. Yeah, his journey and like I guess maybe just focusing on the Al of it all. It is. I'm still pulled in to Al doing Tony Montana. Like I can't turn away when he's doing the voice, when he's dancing, when he's just like losing his mind as the movie goes on due to his like coke addiction. And he's just like killing people, left and right. Like I'm sucked in. It's like, I don't know. Is it a good performance? I don't know. It's just like, I can't turn away. So in that respect, I think it's good.
Yeah. When he's like drunk at that table, when it's just him and Michelle and Manny, and he's just not even saying anything. He's just like drunk face.
Look, oh my God.
Just
like
sitting
staring
there.
Off into nothing.
And I couldn't look away. Like I'm locked in to this face he's making.
I'm so fascinated that scene of him when the assassins are in the nightclub and they're like getting ready with their guns, but then it shows Al just in the booth and like just staring into nothing. Like, what was the conversation between him and De Palma of like what are they trying to do here? Like like Al, like you should be just looking in the distance and thinking about the cop and like what is supposed to be going through his mind? Because like the look on his face is so bizarre and like he's not saying anything.
I feel like we've all been there making that face at the end of the night at a bar or at a party and you're just hunched over with that look in your eye. We've all
You're
been
drunk but not drunk enough and you're just you're like, I gotta get out of here.
But you can't move.
Yeah, you can't move.
Because there's assassins waiting for you.
Yeah, the assassins in our life was you getting up and then throwing up. Like that was the assassin that was about to hit us.
I agree about that with Al. Like he is wild in this, and it's one of those things that I'm envious that I don't have the experience of walking into a theater and not knowing anything about this movie.
Oh my God, yes.
Because for me, it's like the mythic status of Al Pacino had already existed. Like I knew about Al as Scarface before I had ever seen a trailer for the movie.
Yeah.
You know, so like I had all these preconceived notions about like who Al Pacino is and his you know, his standing in Hollywood and him and Scarface and Godfather and like what it would have been like to walk into a theater and hear this accent and like hear this performance. It's like maybe the last movie you see is like Godfather, right? And you're like, oh, let's go see another Al Pacino movie. He's a gangster in this one. But it's like he's in the 80s and he's a Cuban and he's addicted to cocaine. Like it's so vastly different. And like, oh man, I wish I could have that first experience. Cause it's so wild. And I feel the same way. Like I'm so captivated by it that like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but the thing is, it's like, he's created a whole persona that is so strong that it's like embedded within our culture now. Like that's amazing to get that out of a performance.
Yeah, like the idea of Scarface is bigger than the movie ever was, and or will be. Like when people talk about Scarface, they're not talking about the movie. I feel like because if you watch the movie, it's like
no, they haven't seen this movie.
They don't know. Maybe they don't
People
want
who love
to.
Scarface have
I mean,
not
the
watched this
idea
movie.
of the movie is it. Like I totally get like why this was reclaimed. Like you're coming up from nothing. And you want everything and you're going to get it. Like the idea of this is so universal, especially like an immigrant coming over to the United States and that being the storyline. Like the idea that, so there was a 1933 movie which captures like all the same beats essentially are in that movie that are this. But I think it was Sidney Lumet was originally attached to do this and it was his idea to do like a modern version of that. Like with an immigrant coming over, which that's like $1 billion idea that they had to do this. And I just love that aspect of it. But it is pretty crazy to think about how like big Scarface is. But the movie is like, when you talk about like The Godfather, that's
Right.
big, but it's also regarded as like one of the greatest movies of all time. Like 1 and 2, or like, name any other huge movie that people talk about. Scarface is like not that. Like people talk about Scarface, but they're not talking about the movie necessarily. Maybe moments from the movie.
They're talking about Pacino.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not even Michelle.
My God, Michelle. I can fix her.
Someone save her.
Let me fix you, Michelle, please. Pardo, what's the top of your list?
Well, let's talk about Michelle and her character of Ellie, because Al as a character of this person who is so driven for wealth, money, power, and that's kind of it. Like that's his sole focus to the point where he destroys everyone around him. Like that's an incredibly like compelling character, I think, how it plays out. But then also, he then has this woman, that he's pursuing through this whole movie, and her position and relation to him is like so fascinating because it's like he's so insistent on having her, and she clearly like despises him from beginning to the literal end. And she marries him in this period, but like the fact that she. And like I'm watching this, and once they get married, I'm like, oh my gosh, like why are you marrying this guy? But then I'm like, well, this is the same exact relationship she had with Frank,
Right? She's an addict.
She's just an addict who is just like riding these guys, and she can hate them and be disgusted by them, but it's a means to an end for her to have what she wants. So them like paired together. Is just like it's incredibly compelling.
Yeah, I think this is like one of her earliest roles. I'm not sure if it was like her first main role, but I was reading how she was like essentially like starving herself, fasting to like give the appearance of an actual cocaine addict, and like like the crew was like worried about her and like sneaking her food on set.
What?
But yeah, the scene where he gets I can't remember, it was the scene where he drives her around and he like forces a kiss on her.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the
it's like
dealership.
incredibly awkward, but then he puts on her hat and then she starts laughing.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Got her.
the 180 of, I just forced myself onto you to kiss you. And then I'm making you laugh by wearing your hat. Like, it was maybe the only time in the movie where she laughs or shows any emotion besides like disgust. Yeah, just fascinating. I loved her first appearance. Like, first of all, she comes down the elevator in a 2-story building. Just walk down the steps. You would have gotten downstairs way faster. Another great Al moment, Al face, when he's staring at her as she like makes her appearance. I can't get over Al sitting down. He has like developed a way to sit down that is like copyrighted by Al Pacino. I feel like
he doesn't bend at the waist.
He only bends at the upper back.
Yeah, he doesn't bend at the waist.
It's
something strange.
Unbelievable. I couldn't get enough of it. And yeah, just when he just stares at her, yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was interesting to see such an early role for Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I don't know if I love her in this, but I do like what Proto said. Yeah, I like them together. It's interesting to watch them play off each other. There's so much about her that I wish was just fleshed out a bit more. Her relationship with Frank, and then I just wanted some little nugget on why they're together, a bit more than just she's an addict. Because that's what that's essentially exactly what Proto said. That's what it is. That's why she was Frank. That's why she was him. But there was something, I just wanted a little bit more story-wise of the two of them, because it happens so fast. It's basically like she came with the territory of him taking over Frank's empire. Like, she just came with the job. So she just becomes his wife. And I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more from her. But I do love her, like, her scenes where he's in the bathtub and she's having her moment, back and forth with him, at the bar, at that restaurant at the end when he's just, S-face staring off in the distance. She does do a good job. I just wanted more story. I feel like that's the entire movie. I just want more story. So just a little bit more depth in the storytelling, but it is what it is.
I love that scene where he's in the bathtub. Like, that whole scene, I think is really great. But yeah, I feel like you can see that like he's completely blinded in some ways, because like there is like the only thing that shows like Tony has maybe some kind of empathy or like vision outside of just accruing power is when he's like talks to her about having a kid, and wanting a kid, and then him like not willing to kill the informant because of the family being in the car, like those are his moments.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's like, okay, so there is maybe something a little bit more. He has like this desire for a family. But then like the fact that like, it's like, dude, you think you're going to get a family out of this marriage?
Yeah, right.
Like, just like look at her and the way you guys like talk to each other, or like at any point where you are. But I think that the bathroom scene is so great, and it's probably like the best scene between them. And I could have went for more of that, or maybe her just having a more pivotal role.
Yeah,
in the overall plot would have been great.
That bathtub, like a hot tub in the middle of the bedroom, was insane. He had also he
was carpeted.
He's doing his like Al Pacino upper back lay down in the
He can't bend in that.
But he's like laying on a pillow, but it's like a pillow next to a hot tub, and I'm like, is that pillow wet? Like, what's going on? And then he had like a towel on the pillow.
Right.
The 4K of this movie, I thought I could swear I saw sweat stains on that pillow. Like, I don't know if it was in the design of that pillow. It was pretty foul looking. It looked realistic. But yeah, that scene, that whole design. I mean, the whole design of the house. Like later in the movie, you see like the giant staircase going with the Wind-esque size staircase.
Shot by Spielberg.
Right, yeah, I read that. He shot like the scene where
That
the
scene.
assassin was climbing up the house for one day.
That slow pan up into right before he does the "Say Hello to My Little Friend." Spielberg was on set that day, and De Palma let him shoot that scene.
Dang.
Wow.
I also read a snippet that during like the initial screening, Scorsese was sitting next to Manny, the guy who played Manny, Steve Bauer. And he like essentially said to Manny, like, Hollywood's gonna hate this movie. Which
I did read that
true.
quote because it's about Hollywood. It's about them.
The excess. I guess we can talk about the era. You know, I'm a big proponent of GTA Vice City.
Okay.
And it can't be like understated, like movies like this impact on Grand Theft Auto. And probably the new one too. Like this and Miami Vice.
Scarface edition.
And like this, you know, the Muriel boat lift, you know, 125,000 Cubans coming over. And like the statistic on screen said like 30,000 had criminal records. And, you know, people coming over on the boats and then being housed temporarily under I-95. Like
Insane.
I almost fell over seeing like this, you know, under an I-95 overpass, people just like hanging out and staying there until like they can be approved to, you know, go about the United States as like not like a citizen, but someone who can legally live in the United States and work towards citizenship. But I also read like, you know, at the time, I do believe that like Miami refused to have them film there, like in Florida, because of the way the script like painted essentially like Cubans were either drug lords or murderers in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can't remember who requested this, but I guess they got access to the script or something. And whoever was in charge made a request that like, we'll let you film, but you have to add a scene to the movie where it's revealed that like Tony Montana is working undercover for the FBI or something. Like to make it seem like it's not as bad as what he's doing or something like that. They like obviously refused. Because I was looking like there's a lot of like brown face in this movie. There's so many white actors who is essentially just like tan, like Frank Lopez.
Frank's tan.
Frank's
shit.
tan is shit in this movie.
My God.
And I was trying to see like we've done West Side Story on the show, and that obviously has been talked about a lot for its use of brown face, but I almost feel like there isn't much. Maybe I just didn't research enough, but there isn't a lot talked about with Al Pacino and Manny. Steve Bauer, I think, was the only Cuban in the movie.
Right.
But there isn't a lot there. There was another actor I wrote down who played Sosa, Paul Shinara.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I don't know. There just isn't like, I guess maybe this is part of like the quote reclamation of Scarface over the years. But I don't know. I just don't hear about it that much. Right?
I did some Googling about it, and I honestly thought there'd be a little bit more outrage to at least Pacino's depiction of a Cuban, let alone just all the brown face in the movie. And I'm not finding a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it is. Maybe it is the reclamation of it. Maybe I don't know what it is.
Right.
I didn't like it, but I'm just another white guy.
Come on, man. Come on, man. The best scene, one of the best scenes in the movie. Where is it? When they're on the beach, when Manny was showing him
The tongue.
what women want, and he uses the
Oh
tongue.
my
Like, I need to make a
God.
gif of that. And
No, you
then
don't.
Al is
No,
like,
you don't. No, you don't.
he does the tongue move to Al, and Al's like, "What the fuck was that?" And I just laughed hysterically at his delivery.
I need that isolated. I need that clip of you
It
isolated.
sounded like, you know, Al essentially talks like he has mothballs in his mouth the whole movie. So funny. Poor Manny. So then also like the Manny character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
his
So
sister.
another like, you know, essentially Mary Elizabeth Master Antonio, who plays Gina. The Gina character and Manny like, Al shows up later in the movie, sees them together, kills Manny, and then
another great Al face.
Yeah. It's like the Kill Bill, like they just need to do the Kill Bill music with like the red over his face.
Yeah.
But then she's like, we just got married. We were going to surprise you. Apparently that's like another shot for shot moment from the original Scarface. Like we just got married yesterday. We're going to surprise you.
Man, how do you not know that he's going to kill you?
Yeah, man. What have you witnessed over the last few years?
Yeah, I don't know what Manny was thinking there. Yeah, like we could get married, but I'm going to get murdered. Should we still do it? Okay, yeah, let's
maybe
do
it was worth it.
Maybe.
Let's surprise him. That'll go good.
Yeah, I don't even know what surprise. How is the surprise going to go? Let's tell this psycho coke addict that that we got married. The one thing he doesn't want in life, the paranoid coke addict.
Maybe he'll only feed me to my tiger.
He's the highest he's ever been.
You mentioned that scene with the assassin where they wanted to blow up the family car. I felt like that was the Kleinfeld murder scene. Like that was the pivotal, like, oh God, you effed up so bad now. Like there's no going back. Yeah. So I kept thinking of Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
While watching this, and just made me want to rewatch Carlito's Way.
Same. I was like, and I only gave Carlito's Way like 3.5 stars, but I kept thinking Carlito's Way's a better movie than this.
Carlito's Way is way more stylized, De Palma.
Yeah,
like
maybe De Palma's found his niche.
Yeah, it's also like very noir, where this one is not at all.
Al's hair in that.
Danny, next on your list.
I loved the score in this film. I had a really good time listening, and I liked that it wasn't. I don't know. It felt not stereotypical of maybe a gangster film or maybe a film in the 80s in Miami. So there was a moment where I think you just brought it up, the assassin scene where they're camping out and staking out the house, and there's a beat drop when the guy that they're tracing comes back out, and the score just hit like another level in that moment. And I had a great time with it. I didn't realize it's the same composer from Neverending Story, which is another banger score. So it's just interesting, that kind of, feel for this film. I was given there was a moment where I was like, this is giving Blade Runner vibes.
Yeah, it was a very good score. I wrote down the composer's name, Giorgio Moroder. And also it features that like iconic scene, the Take It to the Limit song was playing when he's calling Sosa back and forth, and they're just like cracking up, talking about how much money they're making.
That scene is so funny because it feels like it's something you've seen memed so much that to see it in a movie in an earnest way, like just that song, I feel like that song's like just a joke at this point. Right. But to see it in this movie set in the 80s with them like taking literal duffel bags of cash into a bank is just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Sosa in this movie. I love that character, and I love their relationship when Omar tries to cut, Tony down a peg when they're doing like the business meeting. And then Omar, oh my God, I wrote so many notes about Omar. Let me see if I can find it. He says, why don't you go talk to Frank and we'll hang back with Tony. And then the next thing you see of Omar is him getting thrown out of a helicopter and hung.
That's amazing.
Incredible.
Oh my God, Omar, you got effed up big time. I wrote in my notes, MFer got hung from a helicopter.
I wrote, hanging guy from a helicopter, innovation.
That is a big time innovation. I don't think it's happened since.
That'll scare anyone into doing what you need to do.
Jeez, Sosa was not messing around.
I do love the Sosa character too. I mean, his voice, his deep,
incredible performance,
silky voice is amazing. Yeah, every time, like this time and the last time I saw it, I was like, is this guy famous? Like, I thought like he was like a famous actor that I should have known in some way, like a Laurence Olivier or something. I was like, who is this guy? But he's just Paul Schneer.
He's got a great like stage presence. I wonder if he did like Broadway or something, but he has like that kind of acting style where he can just command a room with his voice. Yeah. He's so good. But I also I loved seeing the kind of money that Tony gets as soon as Frank is dead.
Yeah,
Like
insane.
he's a multi-millionaire at that point. The amount of drugs that they're bringing in and selling, like it's mind-boggling the amount of rich he became. Like in the next montage, like right after that,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Them laughing on the phone.
Yeah.
On their montage.
Oh my god. Pardo next.
How about the De Palma of it all? You're saying this, he didn't really come into his own with this, but I feel like you definitely see bits of it, of like the slow build during the pivotal moments. Like the assassin scene in the nightclub, I feel is like, that is De Palma of just like the dramatic build towards the action scene, almost like in slow motion. Like how many times are we going to show the Uzi with like the napkin over top of it?
Right.
But man, the way this like looks and the sets and the lighting, I just think like all the locations, I just couldn't help but like love all of it. Like I really love the location of his mom's house.
Oh yeah.
Like him just driving up there in the dark, the way those scenes were shot. But the chainsaw scene of like the drug drop going bad, like of them being in that room, but then it going back out to Manny in the convertible flirting with the girl, is like so perfect.
Which you see sort of again in Carlito's Way. Remember the ice cream pool table scene?
Oh, the pool.
Oh,
The guy
yeah,
gets his
yeah,
hand
yeah.
stuck in the thing.
Yeah, so like I really enjoyed like just the way this is shot, and it feels like an old classic like movie. I guess I couldn't help but like watching this after watching the Odyssey.
Okay.
I was like how different movies look now versus then. Like it's, this is like the Odyssey is like the big movie of the year, this 3-hour epic. And it's so drastically different than the way like a movie like Scarface is shot.
Yeah.
And I think what I like about movies is more of what I'm seeing in Scarface than it is what they're doing in modern movies like the Odyssey. So I couldn't like the De Palma of it all. I really enjoyed.
Boy, yeah.
There are like some scenes where I am just kind of enamored with it, and I think the chainsaw scene is fantastic, but man, that final, the big climax of "Say Hello to My Little Friend" moment, I think that whole ending is incredible. Him pulling out the grenade launcher, walking down that long hall of his office just to get to that balcony. I think that moment is just bananas, and it's so much fun to watch. I feel like that's like the De Palma that I like, that kind of scene, that kind of filmmaking.
I also love the world is yours in the neon lights and the globe and the symbolism of that, like coming back in this version of the movie and at the end. Yeah, that stuff's great.
Yeah. I mean, that shot of when he kills Frank and then he goes outside and he looks up at the blimp.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Good.
Also,
they're cooking with that
the
scene.
wall in Frank's office of like the sunset on the beach reminded me of Carlito's Way, the ending with her dancing on the beach. Like, remember, it's still like the kind of North Star location that he didn't get to in either movie.
Do we like this movie?
I mean, I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. I was, it's 3 hours, but like there was maybe 40 minutes left where I realized that I was almost done the movie. Like I was still like locked in the whole time. I was never really bored until maybe the final 40 minutes, like leading up to the gunfight. I was sucked in. Like Al's performance and the stuff with Frank, like you're kind of rooting for Al at the onset. At least I was, like the young gun trying to make it, and you never really like Omar. You're kind of like thinking Omar set him up and almost got him killed at the beginning of the movie. So he becomes friends with Sosa, and he's like making his own future pretty well, and he becomes friendly with Sosa. They're making so much money. But then you start to see the crack show with like, he's just kind of angry and paranoid. Like the surveillance system is obviously like a real big clue into his addiction. The like constant paranoia. He doesn't trust Manny at all to do anything. And then he wants to handle the Bernstein stuff, right? And then that ends up being a sting that he gets arrested for. But yeah, he just like slowly unravels. I do like the idea of like, you know, someone who just seeks the power so much and gets it and then is just like completely blown apart by it by the end of the movie.
Yeah. I couldn't help but think of Daniel Plainview in There Will Be Blood, and just like the similarities between these two characters who are like so driven to succeed and get what they want at any means necessary. But then like once they have achieved what they were attempting, they like don't know what to do with themselves anymore. And they just kind of unravel. At one point with that, like the whole security system scene, they said that they're bringing in between, I think they said at one point, 10 to 15 million a month.
Right.
And then they say that 10% of their revenue is spent on this security system.
Right.
It's like, you're spending $1 million a month on this? What?
Yeah, that's nuts.
I think Oliver wrote the decimal wrong on that. There's no way.
I mean, how much would it have cost back then to have like that much security system,
that CCTV
technology,
right.
and then the staff involved to watch over that property?
That's true.
I mean, if you have 10 to 15, like trained guards, who knows?
Who knows?
And it wasn't enough. Sosa sent
That's true.
40 assassins.
No, I mean, they had a lot of assassins going in there. It was like an army going into that house.
Grapple hooks.
That was nuts. The amount of people that ran into that house with guns.
Everyone got shot.
All very trained. You know, Sosa doesn't have it around. You effed him. He said not to. Don't F me, Tony.
You're right.
I got one rule. Don't F me. Don't F me, Tony. Danny, last on your list, maybe? Menchie's?
Menchie's. I got a few things left. That's about it. All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. What a good line. I'll kill a communist for fun, but for a green card, I'm going to carve them up real nice. I don't know why that made me laugh. It was a good one. Pelican flag, come on, Pelican. Looking at flamingos. That almost made me fall off the bed laughing. Yeah, we've covered so much of it. Yeah, I'm at 4.5 stars.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a great time. It's really the Pacino of it all. I'm not bored of him. I think the story could use some love, but I have so much fun watching him in this movie. His big scenes are so big and they're so electric, and I'm just pulled in by his performance. I don't know if I win or if I'll ever watch this again, but I truly love him in this film.
Wow. God. What a run, bro. Bruno?
We mentioned the opening crawl about the convicts coming in for Cuba. I wrote down Stephen Miller's favorite scene of any movie. Sorry, but just a joke. Yeah, he has. I mean, Al has so many great lines. There's just like too much, and just the way he says things. You know, the communists, they want to tell you what to do. It's just delivery. Boy, there's cockroach. The way he says cockroaches.
Oh, cockroach. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Take it easy. Nacho Libre homage. I don't believe it. Man, the shot of in the nightclub when he's talking to the cop who's like explaining the payoffs to him, like the mirror work in that scene. I was like, how the amount of like prep to set up just all the shots in that nightclub, like what it would take with the amount of mirrors that is going on. I can't even imagine, but it looks so good. The only thing in this world that gives you orders is balls.
A lot of ball talk in this movie.
He's big on balls. You want a job, Ernie?
Oh, that was funny.
Poor Ernie.
Poor
My
Ernie.
gosh.
That dude had wet himself by that point. The camera should have
He
panned
needed a
down.
change.
It was so great is you have no idea what Tony's going to do
Mhm.
either. It's like, is he just going to
Right.
mark this guy? Can you stop saying F all the time? And he's like, you know what your problem is? I don't need her. I don't need him. I only need me. Sad guy. Yeah, the scene where he goes to talk to his mom and she's like, why do you have to hurt everything you touch? Why do you have to destroy everything that comes your way? And him getting into the car. Gosh, you kind of do like, I mean, he's such a bad dude, but then you feel like, oh man, I don't know. He was somebody's kid at some point. He was mama's kid.
True.
Oh, that was the other thing. I love when they first goes to the house and Manny's in the car waiting. And the score is kind of like this lighthearted, like sentimental song as he's with Gina and his mom. And when he comes in the car, and then when Manny asks a question, asks like, is that your sister or something? And as Tony like turns and looks at him, the score like cuts immediately to like the minor key. And it's like such a perfect cut in that moment of just like his psyche, like going, like he's ready to kill Manny in that moment. Just mentioning that. I thought that was great. And like just how it foreshadows what's to come later on. But I'm the same way. Like this time I really enjoyed this. I have like a ton of fun with this movie. I don't really feel the runtime. You know, it's like 3 hours, but I don't really find it boring. Like I love the way it's shot. I think Tony is just fun to watch.
Yeah.
To watch his rise and demise. So I'm at 4 stars.
Okay.
Scarface.
How about the first scene where he's being interrogated by the cops and there's like a voiceover of the cop where it's like not his voice, it's Charles Durning. Did you notice that?
So weird.
That was so strange. I wonder why they did that. I got octopus coming out of my ears. Just an incredible fit with that red shirt that he had on during the chainsaw scene. Like, not to bring up GTA Vice City again, but just look at the main character from Vice City. He's wearing the same outfit, but it's like a green shirt. How is nobody hearing that chainsaw? Like they did their best to kind of show that like there's other things happening. You can't hear this chainsaw. You would hear that chainsaw. Have you ever been to South
Beach?
Hey, turn the TV up.
I wrote he killed that bitch in the streets. The guy with the chainsaw. Remember, he just shoots him in the head in the middle of the street. Oh my God, baller move.
Well, I don't understand that scene. Is like if they were planning that, why was the coke there like to begin with? If they weren't going to do a swap, right? They were just going to take the cash. So why'd they bring the coke?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe they were like, show me the coke.
Maybe they were expecting, were they expecting Omar? Maybe they were going to, since it wasn't Omar, they're like, deals off. I wrote, is Frank Cuban, ? Or is he just tan?
Yeah.
Last name is Lopez. I also wrote Omar standing there like an idiot. Like when he's in Frank's house for the first time, Omar's just like standing in the background for 90% of that scene. My Scotch is the Yayo song. Yayo. We need to bring Yayo back.
I don't know if I'm bringing Yayo back.
Rush to the Yayo. Yeah, I was enamored with that song. His accent while talking to her while dancing. Lol. I can't. Like that whole scene where he's talking to her and they're dancing. Oh my God.
Brutal.
Michelle's dancing. She wanted to go dance so bad, but her like dance is just like the saddest dance in that club.
She's given up.
Oh my God, Michelle, please.
It's called The Give Up.
The world and everything in it. The 4K looked great, I thought. Like some of the scenes where they're doing the assassination and there's like the shadow appearing on the windshield, I feel like didn't transfer very well. Like those scenes were really dark, but I thought it looked great. When you get, oh yeah, the famous Simpsons homage scene. When you get the money, then you get the power. When you get the power, then you get the women. Their suits in Bolivia are incredible. When they first go to see Sosa, oh my God.
That open collar. I just can't even imagine. I can't imagine going out of my house in something like that.
Maybe I'll cosplay.
Is this our fit for the meetup?
We should all cosplay
my
as
God.
Carlito, or not Carlito, as Tony Montana from.
Oh my God.
One of us can be Tony Montana, and then one of us can be Carlito from Carlito's Way. All wearing the same high heel boots.
And then I'll be Pacino from Dick Tracy.
F the effing Diaz brothers. I wrote that in caps. Oh yeah, he asked to marry her and be the mother of his child. But then she's like, "What about Frank?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, this is their second or third scene together, and he's asking her to marry him and bear his child.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? They're not even like having an affair.
Right.
They haven't even like outside of the forced kiss. That's the only thing that's happened.
She doesn't even want to be in his presence at this
Right,
point.
right. I need to be in the sound booth when he's dubbing his lines. I wrote down. There's just some like, can you imagine being in a sound booth where like Al Pacino needs to come in and redo some Tony Montana lines? Like, I need to be in that room.
The sound engineer's like looking over at De Palma, like, is this what we're? Is this what you're?
Is that
going?
right? You want this? Frank, you a cockroach? I wrote down. And then I wrote Frank a bitch. Like he just crumbles in that scene where he realizes the jig is up.
He wasn't a gangster.
Absolutely not.
Not a gangster at all.
Love the pronunciation of whores. He says horse. Horse. The Washington, they have that like big meeting with Sosa. Remember he like calls in all the evil criminals to have a meeting of the minds. And the Washington guy, did we watch Get Carter at our last vacation with Mel Gibson?
No, we didn't.
Maybe I watched it, but he's in that movie. He plays one of the bad guys in Get Carter. Cocaine. I remember that from this movie. I said cocaine for years after seeing this for the first time. That was just one of my things.
That tracks.
Say goodnight to the bad guy. The cocaine on his desk throne was rad. Gina gets absolutely effed in that scene. Remember, she like comes up all drugged up, saying how she wanted to. She thought Carlito wanted to have sex with her, and then she just gets annihilated by the gun.
Scene.
Oh my God! Also, the dummy work in the pool was iconic.
Oh yeah, great.
Go ahead. He kept saying, "Go ahead, go ahead." Was my last note? Was Tony Montana the first superhero? Man, what a watch! I had a great time watching this.
Hell yeah!
This is having not seen it in 20, 30 years, pretty positive.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty positive. I feel like I hold Carlito's Way in higher esteem and like the casinos of the world, but this is still pretty good. 4 stars for me.
Okay.
For Scarface. One of the most iconic posters ever. We said it before, but
iconic poster.
It's sickeningly iconic.
Yeah.
Since this film has been remade before, is it time?
You might be right. Modern day Scarface.
A modern Scarface. I mean, it's almost like we could deal with the same.
I mean, let's just ponder this 2.5 hour movie of an immigrant just annihilating ICE.
I'm listening.
Oh, I was going to say, opens a data center.
Sorkin just started drooling somewhere. He's ready to write the script. Oh my God, Aaron Sorkin remakes Scarface.
Oh my God.
We have
the speed at which Scarface would talk.
VM to listen to. I think.
We do?
I believe so. Let's see.
Hey, what's up, 70mm podcast?
That's awesome.
This is Noah here first time VM.
Yes.
I guess longish time listener. Been listening since like 2024.
Okay.
God.
Definitely on the younger side of your viewership.
Okay.
That's why I'm too broke for Patreon. But that's okay.
It's okay.
I love listening to
Okay.
y'all. Listen to y'all all the time. Just give y'all some glaze real quick. I'm not even talking about today's episode.
Yeah.
Just gonna glaze y'all real quick.
Please.
Love listening to y'all while I'm working, doing yard work and stuff, because it's just a good time. It's like being with the friends,
Yes.
I just wanted to thank y'all because a year ago, y'all gave me Letterboxd patron for tagging my Superman review with 70mm Pod.
Hell yes.
Just wanted to thank y'all a lot because it's treated me well. It's nice having patron. I didn't realize how awesome it is to be a patron. All the glaze to Letterboxd. Letterboxd is the GOAT.
Okay.
Just wanted to hear your opinions on, as a staffer, Slim.
Uh-oh.
Is Letterboxd getting bought? What's going on? People want to know. Well, thank y'all for
Feet to
everything
the
y'all
flame.
do. Y'all are my GOAT podcast.
Aw.
Listen to y'all as much as possible. Okay, see y'all.
Wow. Obviously, I'm not going to comment on that, but thank you very much for the VM.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is it getting bought?
Also, we don't usually do this.
We haven't done it in a while.
Let's give Noah a free year of patron membership
Yeah,
for our
let's re-up.
Patreon.
Let's glaze them back.
Let's
Reverse
reglaze.
glaze.
We'll reclaim the glaze.
We So Noah, you get a year of Patreon. You can listen to our uncut episodes. You can listen to nearly 100 episodes in the vault, including Body Double. I think Body Double was in the vault, maybe. So thanks for listening, and hopefully now you have ton more to listen to at work.
It's got like 100 more episodes to listen to now.
It's a lot. There's a lot, folks. You can also do a 7-day free trial for anyone on the fence, by the way. We have a letter, I believe, to listen to before we wrap up tonight.
Listen to the letter.
I'm going to actually read the letter, believe it or not. It's from Tom with an H. Tom with an H has a lot of very scandalous opinions.
Yeah.
We don't
He's
have
British.
time to get into them. I mean, first of all, he's British. It's the first scandal. Did you guys watch that England soccer game
My God.
with Argentina?
Crumbled.
Messi.
Crumbled.
Messi.
Harry Kane.
Hi, boys. I just wanted to send you this message from my sun lounger, and he has attached a photo of him literally lounging by the beach with sunglasses on, and he's grinning.
Wow.
I'm currently on holiday in Ibiza, and it's 35 degrees Celsius.
What is that?
That's a real field 95.
Okay.
I was chilling in the sun listening to your latest episode when my wife nudged me and asked, "Why are you smiling so much? Is it your movie podcast you like?" I said yes. And then she asked me what was so funny. So I told her that you were talking about swapping pizza for art at Comic-Con. She gave me one of those looks like I was speaking another language. When I told her the film was about Panic Room, I didn't think it helped much. All this to say, I really enjoy listening to your pre-movie chat, although people should really just learn to use chapters. I can
Okay.
see why you want to try mixing things up. Change is a little scary, but I'm sure the upcoming innovation will be as successful as all the others. Happy Independence, Tom. There's a photo of Tom grinning
Thank
also.
you, Tom.
I wonder
Okay.
if his wife took that photo of him listening to the podcast. That's right. We're doing a special promotion while Danny is at San Diego Comic-Con. You
No.
bring Danny a slice of pizza, and something may happen after that. I don't know
What? No, you can't say that.
I don't know what's going to happen. More than likely, you'll just get Danny to laugh, and you could take a photo or something of him
Okay.
reacting to the pizza pie. Thank you, Tom. We got to talk about next week. Will this be as good as Scarface? 2014. Darren Aronofsky, Noah.
The Bible,
Biblical.
Scarface.
Scarface of the Sea. Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, Anthony Hopkins, Emma Watson. Streaming on your local library. Support local. Danny, are you excited to rewatch Noah?
I am. I remember having fond feelings for this film the first time I saw it. So it's probably been since the film came out since I've seen it.
Mm.
And I'm very excited to rewatch.
Okay. Co-founder of Letterboxd, Carl, 1.5 stars.
Okay, Carl. We're selling the company.
That was Danny Haas. Just for all legal purposes, that was not me. That was Danny Haas, the other white. Proto, any closing thoughts this week?
Yeah, I just got to give it up to our village community in the Discord. We said earlier the line for Scarface was 12.75, and it ended up being 12.5.
Wow.
Okay.
So once again, our community is on the pulse of our ratings, and you can't get much closer than that.
They know our pulse.
Anna Ghoul.
Okay.
They lost a few coins, but
Jif,
there's
because of the GIF pronunciation.
Oh yeah, threw him off. But Anna's still in the lead and has been dominating the leaderboard for a while.
Really?
So congratulations, Anna.
So how much do the leaders have fake money in a bank account Vij bucks? So that means Anna has the most Vij bucks.
Yeah, they're secure within the V'ger bank.
Okay,
for sure. It's one of the most secure banks.
FDIC.
Yeah. So yeah, we're safe. So congrats to Anna for.
Congrats to Anna. Anna in chat. She's a winner. That was Anna saying that. So self glaze. A lot of glazing tonight to wrap up the show.
Yeah.
We're very pro glaze. And we'll see everybody next time for Noah. $70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas. Spiritual guidance and V'ger, the robot who loves movies, provided by Protolexis. Producer at large, Dale_A. Music for our main show, numbered episodes composed by Tim McEwen of The Midnight. Prints and other merch are available at 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to longer, uncut episodes, our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with friends, access to exclusive episodes from the 70mm vault, discounts on merch, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in the episode notes. We're on Instagram, but that's about it. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.